Hi guys, it's Amanda with Getting There Green, and I'm sitting outside today. It's such a beautiful sunny day, and a little bit of quiet in the house right now. My son and Randy are not at home right now. They're on an adventure together, and I'm here with the baby, so I'm not completely alone, but this is still some nice peace and quiet, which I don't get much of during this pandemic isolation thing going on. I haven't done many videos because it's just been chaotic. It's amazing how some homes uh, during this are boring and quiet from the from the sounds of things, and then other homes, the ones with young children, are bustling with activity and chaos, and there is not peace and downtime. It's amazing. It's two entirely different worlds. Um, you can hear the baby. She's actually sitting closer to the camera than I am. She's right there. She just dropped her toy. Just a second. Are you good? Yeah. You just watch mommy talk, okay? Watch mommy talk for a minute. Okay, so I just want to do, it's just a talking video. There's nothing exciting going on here. So if you want to check out, I just let you know it's a talking video. Uh, um, I want to talk about seed planting and planting indoors versus planting directly in the ground. This is just off the cuff. It's just my own opinions after years of gardening. These are my opinions and my opinions alone. Do what you want. So in years past, we have done elaborate get-ups for planting seeds indoors with shelves and lights and just yeah, kinds of craziness. And Randy likes that. He likes having that set up every year, and I used to like it mainly because I could get started gardening much earlier, and it fulfilled that, that inner desire to get gardening even though it was still cold and snowy outside. And then my son came around, and having that big display it was in the way, and I wanted that less because my house is already full of toys and activity, and so I didn't like doing that anymore. So I just want to talk about some positives and negatives to doing planting seeds indoors. You'll find lots of YouTube gardeners love to start their seeds indoors or in a greenhouse and that kind of thing. And I don't have a real greenhouse set up. I have greenhouse shelving, like those mini greenhouses. I have those shelving outside, but I don't have the plastic for them anymore. And they need a rather sheltered area because they're still going to get very cold at night. So they need heat sources and lights. Did you do it? Yeah, so I've planted seeds in those before as a way to start, and it worked for some things and not for other things. Mostly I've been using those shelves to store toys for the last couple of years. This year Randy wanted me to plant seeds in them, but between you and me, I don't see that happening. So why don't I plant indoors anymore? You need a big setup to do it very well. A lot of people do just plant their seeds just in a sunny window and water them, and everything goes well, and that's wonderful, but that does not work for everybody. No matter how nice your window is, it's not the same strength of sunlight and warmth as you would get actually in the sun, or that you would get from a grow light. So people who have that set up and it works for them, just a sunny window, wonderful. That I'm very happy for you. Most people, it's not actually going to work. You're lucky. I do have a friend who it works very well. She has a table set up in like the dining room, and she grows wonderful tomato starts. That's awesome. So what happens for most of us is you get leggy, weak seedlings, like this one. This is a tomato, and it does have its set of real true leaves here. That's great, but this is leggy. I have it in the window behind me, and I rotate it every day, and I have tinfoil set up to reflect the light. They all look like this. This is one of the better ones. Most of them haven't even survived. So yeah, this is you see where I'm going with this. This is why I'm not thrilled about starting seeds indoors now. Advantages starting seeds indoors, if you have a great window or you have grow lights and seed warming mats. I do have a seed warming mat, but I don't use it. That just helps for germination anyway. After that, it doesn't do anything. The benefits are getting started early. It's very, very rewarding. And strong, if you do well, strong, healthy seedlings going into the ground and getting a real good head start on growth. Quite likely a head start on production, nice, strong seedlings overall. Of course, one of the downsides is, say you grew them really well indoors and now you're transferring them outside, you need to acclimatize them to the outdoors, because the sun outside, no matter how bright your window is, the sun outside is actually far stronger, far brighter, and will burn your seedlings if you don't slowly acclimatize them to it. Plus, outside you have wind and breeze, cold, animals. This is the process of hardening them is actually, it's a bit of work. In the past, I mainly just pushed my luck and put them outside for a few hours, a couple days, and then I just put them out, planted them in the ground, and let what happen happen. Yes, and that did work for me. Like, that did work for me, but most gardeners, that doesn't work. So, yes. Okay, so where I live in Canada. I live in a slightly warmer part of Canada, southwestern Ontario, and our growing season is longer than a lot of Canada is, but it's still a fairly short growing season. So there's some plants that really benefit from starting indoors or buying seedlings. It's the other thing you can do. Those would be things like peppers and tomatoes. And peppers and tomatoes are really the only thing that I want to start indoors at all. And I almost don't even want to start those indoors. They will prolong my production season, though, if I start them indoors. So I'm trying. However, I don't expect great results from my seeds indoors because I don't have a big grow light set up at the moment. You are too cute. So, advantages of not planting indoors: plant right in the ground when it's time. You do need to worry a bit about seeds floating away in heavy rain, or birds eating your seeds, or rodents digging up your seeds, or your 4-year-old son digging up your seeds, which happened to me the other day. My carrot patch got dug up. But I do find in this climate, most vegetables will catch up if you plant them in the ground. If you plant them in May, June, they may be slow to start outside, but then they most of them catch up to things that were transplanted. As I said, tomatoes and peppers may be the exception, where it takes a bit for them to catch up. But even tomatoes do well from seed outside. I don't have a lot of success with peppers planting by seed outside. They're very slow and it takes a long time. So let me show you my seeds. I bought a lot of seeds this year because I thought, I do have a lot of seeds that are old, but I thought this year is the year where I don't want to be worried about a poor germination rate. So I just bought new, a lot of seeds. So I have lots of them here, and I've sorted them by planting time. These are herbs, and they're all going to be planted in May. These are vegetables that I have marked as plant in May. And these are vegetables that can be planted right now, before the last frost. It's been a long spring, so I am worried about frost still, unfortunately, so I will plant these ones now, but the ones that I have marked as plant in May are ones that can't be planted till after the last frost. So, well into May I'll start planting those, I guess. And my plant indoors, which only has tomatoes and peppers. I will plant some indoors and save some for outside because I'm quite sure this isn't going to work very well. Yes, it's going to look like this. They're all going to look like this in my window. It doesn't get enough sun. And I don't have grow lights set up. Okay, this has been a very long video. If you like it, hit subscribe. If you didn't like the length and the chattiness, you know what? Go check out some other videos. Most of them aren't this long. I don't do very many that are this long. Okay, that is it. I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you're healthy, and I hope you're mentally doing well during all of this isolation, and I hope your gardens are thawing out, at least, if nothing else. Please subscribe, and check us out at facebook.com/gettingtheregreen, and I'll interact with you more there. Bye! Can you say, please subscribe?